All right, here we go. Flip the camera around again. And this is mine. That tree was actually knocked down in a previous windstorm hurricane, but some of this is new. My neighbor over there next door, he lost the meter pole. In fact, he's the one that knocked the power out for the neighborhood while the wind was blowing. Everybody managed pretty much to keep their power on. And then right towards the end, when it got really bad, it knocked everybody's power out on this block. And once the storm went away and I was able to look the next day, I realized it pulled his meter pole over. The entire meter and pole and all, it just pulled it over into the water. Like I said, the water was 1.5 feet deep on his property like it was in mine. And it literally dropped that 220 meter right in the water. When it did, I heard boom, and that was all she wrote. The power was out for everybody. So it blew the line fuse at the end of the road. So, anywho, wasn't his fault. Not mad at him. He's a good neighbor, actually. So, just moved in. Don't know much about the guy, but he is a good neighbor. So, anyway. Still finding stuff in the yard. There's some. We got to gather that up. We got some new stuff, too. That came out of my collection of plumbing parts and supplies. Look like a nylon grommet of some kind. Huh. There's my burn pit. There ain't much left but twigs, and believe it or not, that pile you see over there was 5 times as high as any one of these piles over here. That was what I was clearing out before the hurricane, and burned a bunch of it down. But anyway, all right, I'll let everybody get back to doing what they're doing, and I appreciate your time. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to get some daily content out here as we do the cleanup. And we'll go from there and see. Maybe we can get the channel to grow. But tell your buddies, like and subscribe. And like I said, I'll put the links up at the top of my page when I upload this video. I put them all together. I'm going to make it into a single video. There's actually 3 of them here, because I kept having to stop the video to flip the camera around. It's, you know, cheap phone. But anyway, yeah, that's a feral kitty running around my yard. They're not mine, but I let them stay. They moved in when they saw the tree down. I think they thought it was a new playhouse. Oh, cool, the guy next door has got him a playhouse for us. So, anyway, they are sweeties, though. I don't mind it. They keep the snakes and the rats out of my yard. You know, so like I said, they're not mine, but I do throw leftovers and stuff like that out there for them, so they kind of hang around. Keeps them out of the road and out of the trash. So anywho, you can see I've been sawing on this dude pretty good, and we got a long way to go. So I got a feeling that, in fact, one of my chains, I had 2 brand new chains from my limb saw. One of them's already just about worn out. I'm probably going to have to go to the other chain, and I'm just not going to be able to cut that whole tree down without a good saw. I'm going to have to buy one. FEMA's not in no damn hurry at all to give anybody any money or any help. They sent me a thing for tonight saying, because I did register for some FEMA money, relief, whatever you want to call it. I don't expect to really see it for months, if at all. But they did send me a text tonight saying if I wanted to get a hotel room, they would pay for it. Well, I don't want to get a hotel room. I want you to help me buy a new saw, and, you know, so I can get all this crap out of here, and I'll take care of it myself. But what I want the most is like anybody else some financial reimbursement for all the losses, because I don't have insurance. Even if I could afford insurance, which I can't, they wouldn't insure this place anyway. It's too old. Florida's got a thing. They won't insure any place that's more than, I think if it was built after about 2005, they don't even want to talk to you. This place was built in the 80s. So if they do insure it, it would cost you more money than God above has in his pocket. So if there is such a thing. But you get the idea. So anywho, once again, thank you for your time. Please share these videos with your friends, like and subscribe. I'm going to try to get some daily content out there, and I think Mr. Lizard's going to start moving on up in the world, and we're going to get more we're going to speak out more about certain issues, and this is just today, since it was handy, I've got FEMA. But, and they're not doing anything wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm just talking about Hurricane Milton and some of the things. I don't want anybody to say, oh, well, you know, I'm not like the guy we heard about on TV. I'm not threatening anybody or whatever. I appreciate that it takes time and it takes effort. And we've had 3 major hurricanes in Florida. One of them going all the way to the Carolinas. So a lot of damage done here in the southeast. And people are doing the best they can. You know, and a lot of people are coming together too. That's the thing. There's a lot of neighbors that are going the extra mile. And I remember it was like that after Charlie. Kind of weird. Same thing after Charlie. I came out pretty good compared to some of my neighbors who lost their entire trailer or whatever. And I remember the times where I actually had a generator. I was the only one in the neighborhood, you know. It was running the house. And I told the neighbors, bring your coffee over, you know, your coffee pot. Make some coffee, bring a hot plate over, and we'll make some food, you know, and barbecue. We listen to music, and we watch videos. You know, I've got a thing that I can put over the air TV on my laptop, you know. So, I mean, when you're in a hurricane and there's no power, and one person can provide some of those comforts from home, sometimes that helps relieve the psychological pressure, you know, because sitting around in the dark is just no fun for anybody. Especially when that dark is quiet. I don't know how to, you had to have been here, but once the power goes out in a hurricane, all you can hear is the wind and the rain hitting your house. It's kind of frightening. So anyway, one of my neighbors there, everybody's pretty well getting back. Oh, here's this ditch I was going to show you about right on the other side of my property. I guess it was 20 feet, not 10. Either way, it was close. Okay, you can see there's just a little bit of water left in the bottom of that in a couple of spots. This thing, like I said, you can see how much it goes down. It's probably about 5 feet deep there towards the channel. Considering the drop-off, 4.5 anyway. So, if there was 18 inches of water on my property all the way around, there had to have been 7 feet in that drainage ditch, creek, whatever you call it. Technically, it's part of a drainage system, but it's often referred to as the creeks around here. There's one going between each person's property, and it does help to drain the water off pretty quickly, but it can turn into a raging torrent in a downpour. It'll go from absolutely nothing to a raging torrent. So, anyway, I appreciate, I think I've talked too much and probably ought to end the video right here. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and have a great day. This is, I guess, the Hurricane Milton update, and that's what I'll call this.